Hi, it's Naomi again. I just was on for a pick a number. This is going to be a very short check-in on William and Kate. How are they doing? And that's it. We're just going to see how the Cambridges are doing just for a few minutes. And I thank you all for joining, whoever watches this or will watch this. If you'd like your own reading, life coaching session, or incantation, go to naomitarot.com. I do have a master's degree in mental health, which is similar to, well, based on psychological principles. I worked in the psychology field before, so I have a background in knowing about people, not just spiritual. So when you get a session from me, I come from that background as well. However, all sessions, tarot, life coaching, and spells will not be billed as a therapist. They will be billed as a tarot reader and a life coach. Just want to let you know that. All right, so William and Kate. How are William and Kate doing, the Cambridges? They're preparing for an ending and a new beginning. Death card popped out. Hi, Nicole. They are very much in love. There's a lot of love surrounding them. Something about their position with the ending and the new beginning. The death card feels like they're entrapped. Maybe they're not looking forward to more responsibility in a way. Wife, that would be Kate. Okay, so they're focusing on assisting or helping with something, doctor. And they're very much still in love. Lover is at the heart of the situation. In the past, Kate had to accept some kind of ending or some kind of loss. Currently, they're preparing for a new beginning, and they feel trapped a bit. They feel pressured and trapped. On their mind is their union and their bond, love. But in the future, the young woman, there is a young woman in the future who is going to need a lot of assistance, a lot of help with something. So I'm wondering who that is. Young woman. Well, young woman could be relative. A young woman could be, there's a saying that goes, 40s is the old age of youth, and 50s is the youth of old age. So if you think along those lines, somebody young could be all the way up to 49, and then somebody old would be 50 and up. But other people consider just the 20s and the teens young, and 30s is some kind of bizarre no man's land. Whatever you guys think, it could be anybody, is what I'm trying to say. The young woman could be anybody according to that way of thinking. So she's going to help the young woman manifest something with the magician. There's some kind of help in the future. And I think it's somebody Kate's helping. Okay, so again, yeah, it is Kate helping the person. Queen of Pentacles, helping somebody who's overwhelmed with too many things. 7 of Cups, helping to manifest because the person felt disappointed and was looking back at their previous life, wasn't ready for this new beginning. Death card reversed, felt betrayed by others. 5 of Swords. Who is the young woman in question? Who is the young woman in the future? Who is the young woman in the future? Okay, somebody who's very hardworking. 8 of Pentacles. Who is the young woman in the future? Somebody who's going to come out of feeling trapped and powerless. 8 of Swords reversed. Somebody who's been negatively judged. It's Empress energy. This can be a female Taurus, Leo. Usually I see this as Taurus, Leo, or Aries. It could be Beatrice or you, Jenny, but I feel like this is Megan. I know it's the obvious response, but I do feel like it's Megan. It's not the Queen. The Queen is not a young woman. I mean, we respect her, but she's not a young woman. Let's be real. Megan could qualify as a young woman still, because even, like I said, if you go with that saying, 40s is the youth of old age, it's still technically young in the human lifespan. She's not 40 yet, but she's close to it, as well as Kate, I think, is fairly close to it too. So it's somebody who wanted to walk away. 8 of Cups, was considering it, felt left out in the cold, but their relationship is what has kept them stabilized. The King of Cups hasn't always been so supportive of it. Yeah, it's Megan. And their marriage is becoming shakier and shakier, but they're going to be surrounded by support, this person, by others in the family. 10 of Pentacles. I think it's her supporting Megan. So there's very much, yeah, Megan, I think, went over, I don't really read the tabloid stuff too much because I don't like it to affect my reading, so I haven't read it in a little bit, but I think Megan, according to what some commenters said, Megan went over to the States. Whether or not she went over the States, she's not staying over there for good. I can tell you that, because she's definitely not even going to think about getting a separation or divorce from Harry until the Queen has passed away. She's not going to do any of that anytime soon, if people were thinking of that. So here we go. Kate comes out again. Offering the support of the Ace of Cups. Kate, don't give up. Nine of Wands reversed. You can do this. Ace of Wands. You may feel like you're trapped, you're stuck. Two of Swords. I know it's hard to go forward. There's something that somebody is clinging on to. Four of Pentacles. So who is that? Who's clinging on to something? Who is clinging on to something? Okay. So the Ten of Cups just flew out. Okay, so it's Megan. Megan's clinging on to something. She's trying to still focus on her children, her family. She's going to have another child. She's trying to focus, again, on her son. The star talks about children, but she feels like she's not being well received. Knight of Cups. And she can't let go of it. Like, she can't let go of worrying about what other people think, I think is what it is. And Kate's like going to step in and say, you can't read that stuff. You can't think about it. You can't respond to it. This is just the way it is, unfortunately. She's going to step in and she already did and said something about that. There's been a lot of disputes, arguing, or some kind of turmoil within the family. Kate and William are going to go away somewhere to rest. Six of Swords, to restabilize their marriage. Two of Cups. Camilla is also, so Camilla, the High Priestess, is also backing this balance, this health towards Megan. Okay, so let's just see what, okay, so that wanted to come out. Five of Cups reversed, getting over a loss. I said in another reading, I feel like maybe she might have been trying to have a child and lost the child, or thought she was pregnant and then wasn't pregnant. This is Kate I'm referring to, not Megan. Okay, so we have, again, so we have Megan coming out again as the Strength card. She came out as the young woman and as the Queen of Wands. Harry and Megan, you see, now they're coming out in the reading. Letting go of the fantasy of how you thought something was, accepting defeat or accepting failure and that you can't please everybody. Ten of Swords, manifesting a new beginning. Maybe Philip said something to them. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, maybe they both said something to them. A lot of mixed emotions, a lot of things that are not being spoken, things that are being said behind others' back in the family, feeling like they're not getting a victory. Six of Wands reversed, feeling like they're not getting their due respect and recognition, their coin, feeling a loss because of that. This is Harry and Meghan, Five of Cups, feeling like emotional beggars. Six of Pentacles reversed. It's like I ask about Kate and William, and then Harry and Meghan keep coming up again. It's like, okay. Any last things that you want to say about, I'm going to get off of here in a little bit. Any last things that you want to say about, okay. Joyfulness, Kate and William. Any last things you want to say? Prison, interesting. Joyfulness, yet feeling trapped. So they're projecting this air of being very joyful and happy. They look happy in the pictures. The one I put up, they look really happy in, right? And they could be happy with themselves, but there's a part of them that feels trapped in their duty, and they know they're going to have to be of more assistance. They've been doing their research, scholar. They've been preparing a while. They know that this gift is a blessing and a curse of being like the next in line after Charles. And they're preparing again. They're always preparing for the passing of Elizabeth II. They're not going to be cheerful about that, of course, but they have to prepare. It's like they know this is their duty. They don't really want to do it, but they know they're going to have to. It's going forward despite looking back, going forward anyway. Eight of Wands. Somebody in this situation regarding members of the family felt trapped. Eight of Swords. Felt trapped, but then saw their way out of the trap and is now manifesting and going forward with confidence, no longer looking back, and no longer being afraid to always have to use temperance, being more bold with their decisions. Somebody's being more bold with their decisions. They're confidently going forward, very confidently. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. Oh, it's Kate underneath that. She's gaining more confidence, actually, as she's become more of a senior royal. Not that she wasn't before, but she sees more of herself as in a leader position, especially as being more of a senior royal than Meghan. And she's got to demonstrate this very confident Wands energy. You just got to keep on keeping on. And now that when the Queen passes away, I'm really going to have to do this more because I'm going to take on a stronger role with more responsibility. So that's what I have. And let me just read the comments section. Thanks, Kelly, for saying that. Your incantation and reading you liked. I appreciate that. I'm going to respond to your emails, Anna and Kelly and Michelle. I just have to get some time to sit there and read it because I like to respond thoughtfully. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm going to sign off now. This was just a short check-in and reading to feed people who want to see royal readings because I know you guys like them. We're going to be doing more and more law of attraction and spiritual videos, though, too, so that's exciting. And Nicole Z and photos really lately, they have been more loving. Yes, they have. I've noticed it. It's very obvious. I feel bad for how people go after her maliciously in the media. Yeah, it's pretty shitty. It's not very nice. Nicole Z says that about Meghan. So that's it. I'm going to get off of here. Eccentricity. I love the one last night. Yeah, me too. That was really special, wasn't it? I like that message too. I think that because I've probably been doing more sessions and contact channelings of Pleiadian Lightworker energy. And so they're coming through more in my readings lately. We don't want to get too caught up in the matrix, they're saying, because you'll miss the miracles, the spiritual miracles in your life if you get too caught up in the matrix. And your spirit is always ready but waiting to see beyond this loop that you get stuck in. So I guess this is a general message for everybody who's watching to end the session at, let's see, 12:35. I started saying this, so I'll put the timestamp down below. People in the world are caught in this heavy mess right now. This ego way of thinking. Well, ego is the way we think because soul is through feeling. They get caught in the mind and comparison, especially nowadays, because the last time period we had where we didn't have fast communication through the internet, which thus made us more isolated because we are not communicating as much in person. In a way, it connected us. In a way, it made us more isolated. The last time period we didn't have that was the 90s. And ever since then, ever since the dawn of the internet age, we have become further and further separated from our spirits in a way because of fast social media, fast communication that replaces in-person communication. So it connects us, but it disconnects us. And we get caught in these deeper and deeper layers of the matrix, which is the mind, which is the ego. Social media, whether it's just talking to people online and not doing it in person, or it's constantly taking selfies on Instagram, or it's constantly worrying about people's Facebook posts, or it's constantly worrying about keeping up with your neighbors, or it's constantly worrying about the next material item you can get. The internet age has caused this increase in this matrix way of thinking. It also has spread more truth in a way as well, in a good way, more truth that is ready but waiting to be revealed. We have more access to conspiracy theories, which I don't think a lot of them are really even conspiracies. They are truths that are being revealed. We have more access to them because of the internet age at the same time. But what's been very pervasive from it is this obsession and concern with ego elements, social media, image. Think of the Kylie Jenners of the world. That's a good example. I don't hate her. I have nothing against her, but I think she is a perfect example of what the social media age has created. And it's a strong, heavy emphasis on things that can be bought, but a lack of a grasp of the things that can never be bought. So because of all of these things that we're caught up in this age, whether they're from Instagram or Facebook or just having phones and chat rooms and things like that, where we're not fully communicating with others as much as we would have. Now, if you use texting and stuff all the time, or you go on Messenger on Facebook or whatever you use, or you use WhatsApp, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I use all that stuff, but it makes it almost so convenient. Dating apps too, if you're single, it makes it almost so convenient that people are replacing real communication with it, real life communication. And that's the issue. That's when we get caught up in this matrix. And along with the more and more artificial look that is becoming the standard now, the Instagram thotty. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I know all that stuff. I'm up on all that stuff. Not that old. I'm just in my 30s, so I can still catch up to what all of it is. The Instagram thotties and that new kind of look, that artificial look that is only attainable by either being mixed with 3 different races and or getting surgery. So, it's all of that kind of stuff that's in the matrix. It's like these unrealistic expectations and standards for people, and less real, genuine communication. And we're getting very caught up in that as a humanity. But we are ready, but waiting at the same time for this miracle to occur. The miracle is just around the corner. And it's about how can you, with one little step each day, maybe like one new thing you can do, how can you trust your spirit more? How can you shut off the ego a little bit more and listen to the spirit a little bit more? What's one thing you can do every day to try to do that? Maybe nourish yourself with more programming if you're going to watch something that's soul-centered rather than trash entertainment. And, sometimes I watch my own trash entertainment just for fun, but I also balance it with a healthy dose of spiritual stuff or practices or videos or whatever, watching them or doing practices. So how can you do that? How can you trust your soul to guide you more? It's ready, but waiting to be released. The spirit beyond the matrix. And a miracle is waiting to happen. Some breakthrough that you're going to have is waiting to happen. So there's that. That's all I have to say. So now I'm going to get off of here. And Eccentricity says, do I have a Facebook page for followers? No, I don't. I deleted my Facebook, but I should make one just for Naomi Tarot. I deleted my personal Facebook because I couldn't stand it. But I'll put on one just for my page, I guess. I could do that, or an Instagram. Actually, I'd probably rather do an Instagram because then I could show card spreads on the Instagram, not for selfies, but for like I could show card spreads, like the card of the day, and do that for a Naomi Tarot Instagram. I was thinking of doing that. I mean, I just want to make it clear. I'm not telling you guys not to take pride in how you look and to have a healthy self-esteem. I'd be a hypocrite if I told you not to do that. When I go out, you might have seen on some of my videos, I do my hair up. I go all out. I wear more makeup. I do my hair. I do my nails, everything. I really like being a girl. I like being girly, and I like looking nice when I go out in the city, especially. However, if that's your only focus, what these cards are saying is take a step back and try to reflect, what more does my soul, not just this, want to tell me? What more connection can I have with others? And it's not just about looks. It's also about using social media too much to communicate, using too many things to communicate, but not actually having that in-person communication or even a phone call. It's disconnecting us from our souls and our soul's connection to others, is what I was trying to say. But I certainly am not one to tell people they shouldn't want to look nice or try to look nice or anything. I think that's healthy and good. Some people take spirituality to such an extreme that they say that, focus only on the soul and the ego is bad. The ego is not bad. It gets a bad rap in spirituality, painting it as this evil thing. We need it to survive in this world. It's rather ridiculous. I think they don't really understand what an ego really is when they're talking about it, or they don't. I'm not trying to sound like I know everything, but they probably don't have a psychology degree or something to study what the ego is, because they kind of talk about it like it's the evil voice. Like, no, it's just your mind in connection to your, decisions you make logically based on money, power, sexuality, basically Freudian things. And we do need those in this earth plane. If we weren't living inside a body, then we probably wouldn't need those things. But because we have a body and we live on the earth, we need it. So it's kind of ridiculous when people say ego is bad. I want to be egoless. I am for surgery if it is something you really want and not because it is popular. Nicole. Yeah, I agree. I think it's fine if people get surgery. I just think it's kind of sad when people get it and they don't enhance any of the other aspects of themselves, and it's kind of void and vapid. Or they get it before they're even fully developed, when they're too young. But otherwise, no, I don't really care if people get it. I think they should be honest about it, though. Um, but yeah. Kelly, that's nice. You use Twitter for my video. I appreciate that. Thank you. Nicole, I would get filler. I hate it when people lie about it. Yeah, I would consider that too in my 40s, probably. I don't have Twitter, Kelly. I have to get some other social media, I know, but YouTube is like the only thing that I really use. I have an Instagram to go on private chat with some of my friends, and I have like 15 pictures on it, but I don't really have a lot of followers on Instagram because it's just people I actually talk to, like in real life. But I want to make it, like I said, I want to make a separate Instagram just for the Naomi Tarot. And I'll do like a card a day, like a picture of a card and an explanation. Because a lot of card readers do it. And Instagram is an effective tool for that because you could it's just photographs. And so you can use, the tarot in an effective way with that, or astrology. So, hi, Angie. So, anyways, you guys, thanks for coming. And yeah, so that's what I have for Kate and William. Kate helping out Megan, stepping up to the plate more, basically seeing that there's a great need to give her some more support because of what she's been going through. Kate seems like that type anyway. She never struck me as what, people claiming this jealousy and stuff and whatever. She struck me more as just like a quiet, introverted Capricorn type, which they're not usually like that. So, and she's got a Cancer moon, so she's compassionate, So she's going to support Megan more, and also it's just part of stepping up in her role more too, because they're preparing, as I said, for any time when the queen will pass away. I don't think it's going to happen soon, but I mean, she is old, so. Yeah, that's true, Kelly. Yeah, I think it's really up to the person whether they want to get it done or not, or they think they would consider it, or it's up to the person, right? I wouldn't have anything against anybody who gets it done either. Mickey, we have more confidence as we age. That's true. Yeah, that's true. But anyways, guys, so I'm going to sign off of here, and I'll talk to you later. And as always, if you want to get a reading or any of my other services, just go to my website. It's down below the video. All right. Bye-bye.